Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get or how you can be able to calculate your descriptive statistics. Now, if you are wondering how I was able to get or code all the variables you are seeing in the SPSS, I have a video on it in YouTube on my channel that you can go there and then watch how I was able to code all the variables you are seeing in my video. So I have coded all the variables, the necessary variable, that is the predictor variables and the outcome variables. The same way I have also recoded the demographic variables, which are gender, age, employment, education. I have recoded them. I also have a video on it. You can visit the YouTube and then watch how I was able to do that. Now you you have we have converted um all the data into structured formats as you are seeing from my screen. If you hit on the toggle button, it's you are only going to see the demographics side as being the qualitative side, but you see the actual variables, that is the predictor variable and the outcome variables, it's only displays the numerical data. It doesn't show the how you formulated your questionnaires, as in strongly agree, disagree, neutral. It doesn't show that side. It's because you have not inserted or you have not coded that aspect. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly do that. Now let's change this side to numerical data. You can hit on the toggle button and it will go off to go back to the numerical data. Now for you to do the descriptive statistics, you have to hit on the analyze and then you go to descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics, then you select the variables that you want to get the statistics. That is, either you want mean, either you want mode, either you want standard deviation, variance, and all that. Let's check on one or two and see the things that we see. So if you hit on the variable 1 up to 3, I'm using this as an example. Then if you go to statistics, you go to quartile, and then maybe I want mean, and then I'll add standard deviation, then continue. Okay, so you see the things that the SPSS will display for you. You are not able to see which ones are uh which percentage were neutral, which percentage were in support or agreed, or which percentage is strongly agreed, because we've not done that part. So let's quickly go back to, we'll close this one, we will not need this one. So let's quickly go to variable view, and then you go to values. You go to values, the things you see there, we don't need them. So what you have to do is you have to recode the variables there. The demographics variables are not part of it. So you go to values and then you hit on this aspect, the dot there. Then a dialog box will appear for you to do the coding. So in your questionnaires, what you formulated, this one will give you, the dialog box will give you access. So the value, that is the value, that's where you place the how you structured your questionnaires, as in the if you used 5 point Likert scale or use 7 point Likert scale. I normally prefer using 1 to 5 point Likert scale. So I started with 1, of which I said I want my 1 to be strongly agreed. Strongly agreed. So I place my 1 here and then go to label and then enter strongly. Since my 1 is strongly agreed, I will enter strongly disagreed, sorry, strongly disagreed, agreed. Then you go to add. Good. You do the same thing for the second one. The second one is the 2 is supposed to represent disagreed. Disagreed. Enter. Then we go to disagreed. Then we go to disagree. Yes. Then we go to the third one, which is neutral. Neutral. So as you can see from my screen, you see I am recoding or relabeling that aspect for me to know which percentage of respondents or participants were agreed or were neutral, or who said they were strongly in support of whatever statement I put out there or I sent out there. So the fourth one, I want my number four to be agree. Agree. Add. Then we go to the last one, which is number five, strongly agree. Strongly agree. Right. So I am done with the labeling, so I'll hit on OK. Now, once you do this one, for instance, it has to be done for all the remaining variables with the exception of your demographics. With the exception of the demographics. So what you have to do is you can repeat the same thing as I did for the first one, or you can simply right click on it, you copy, and then you paste them. You paste them in it. So as you can see from my screen, the first one that I did, I'm pasting them, I copied and I'm pasting them to all the various variables that I want it to be. I want to access and get my descriptive statistics on. So that is exactly what I am doing. You can repeat repeat this same process, and then you'll be able to evaluate or assess all those who strongly agreed, who were neutral, and who strongly agreed. So the last is left with two. This is the last one. All right. So I am done with it. I am done with it. So let's go to data view. Now, if you hit on toggle button, as you can see from my screen, now you can see that this is how I structured the questionnaire. And I made one to be strongly agreed, two agreed, disagreed, four neutral, three neutral, sorry, four disagreed, five strongly agreed, and in that order. So now the SPSS is showing me, if you hit on the toggle button, you are able to see the numerical data and then the non-numerical data at the same time. So now we can go to analyze, and then you go to descriptive statistics, you choose frequencies. We can refresh now, and then we'll select all since, but we don't need the demographics, so we can exclude the demographics. So I will exclude demographics, gender, women's status, gender, and then age. Then you push them or you send them to this space. Then go to statuses, quartile, that's the percentage, and then frequencies. I want mean, standard deviation at the same time. So you go to continue. Okay. So as you can see from my screen now, we have all those on this particular variable. Whichever question I put out there, those who strongly agreed on this particular variable, the frequency is 65, the percentage is 35.1. Those who agreed, percentage is 73, and then the frequency is 73 and the percentage is 39.5. Those who were neutral, those who were neither in support nor disagreed, were percentage were 45, and then percentage was 24.3 and frequency is 45. Only one person disagreed, and then one another person also strongly disagreed. So it will show you all the variables that I did. The variables, all the particular variables, that's a predictor variable, and then the outcome variable. It will give you all the descriptive statistics. So you'll be able to get all the descriptive statistics on it, on the variables. So you can see there are no missing data in our data. If you check the missing data, there are no missing data. So now you can get the descriptive standard deviation for each of the variables, and then the mean, and then the percentages at the same time. At the same time, you can also get the descriptive statistics for each particular question, or for each particular um, indicator on whatever construct. Now our RE is construct. So all RE1 becomes an indicator under the construct renewable energy. That's how I coded it. So this is how, or this is a simple way you can follow to get your descriptive statistics, to use it in your research work. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, you can like or you can subscribe so that each time I post a new video, you can be notified.